Howdy do, y'all. This is John, and today we are talking about Monkey Man, a new movie on theaters right now. The Monkey Man, it deals with this young man who has this grudge in him, this grudge against this corrupt police officer and the people who he works for. And he finally finds himself in this position where he can finally enact his revenge on this police officer and of course the higher ups that he works for. And the reasoning behind this grudge he has against the cop killed his mother right in front of him. Okay, so to get things started, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie, which there's not a whole lot. For the most part, I liked Dev Patel's performance in the movie. While I did not really buy him as like this physically imposing guy, I did think that he did a good job in terms of acting in this movie. His character is a very angry person who just wants his revenge because, like I said, he watched his mother die right in front of him. Very brutally. And he does come across as this very angry guy who has a vendetta against these people. Also, this is, I think, Patel's directorial debut. I'm not entirely sure. But in terms of a debut film from an actor turned a director, you know, yes, he made a lot of mistakes. They also did some stuff right that shows promise, especially when it comes to like the human character drama moments, like this montage with the main character just wailing on this bag of rice that he's using as a punching bag. Moments like that were effective. However, action sequences, I'll get to those later, but not so much. And in terms of visuals, for the most part, this movie looks nice. The action sequences could have been filmed a lot better, but again, I'll get to that later. But there are some really good, really interesting shots in this movie. There's one particular moment where, and they show this in the trailer, the main character is on this elevator and it just slides open and all you see is like him but with only red lights on. That looks nice, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of problems, however, oh boy. First of all, while the main character has a strong motive, he is trying to avenge the death of his mother, who never saw justice. Other than that, you don't really know the guy. All do you know about him? Well, he's part of some weird monkey religion that they don't even explain. He's also a very angry, very bitter man. With John Wick, and sorry I'm making this comparison again, but I have to. With John Wick, the main character, John Wick, yes, he had strong motivations. The one thing keeping him from killing himself was killed right in front of him. But also, you got to know him as a person. He was a loving, caring husband to his wife. He's also arguably the deadliest assassin ever committed to film, but you know quite a bit enough of him to know that he is a good person who is just simply caught in a crappy situation. And you like him. On one hand, you have this deadly assassin, but on the other hand, you had this loving, caring person who wanted a better life. The main character in this, strong motivation, but other than that, all you know is weird monkey religion, and he's very angry. Also, the action sequences, oh boy. Of all of the things they did not take notes from John Wick with, they did not take notes with it for the action sequence. The action sequences are very jarring, they're all over the place. You can barely tell what's going on. You can barely tell who's winning and who's losing. And Patel definitely made a mistake with these action sequences. And to be quite honest, I hope he learns from it. Also, the story element in this movie, very weak. It's like, here, let's take all of these things from better action movies like John Wick, like Nobody, like Silent Night from last year. Let's take all of these things and let's repackage it as a different movie, even though it's really not. The closest thing they did to making it different from your average Hollywood action movie these days is literally it takes place in India. That is it. That's the only difference. Also, they casted Charlton Copley in this movie. Why isn't he the villain? I mean, like, seriously, he's only in like a few scenes and then he disappears altogether and is never seen in the movie again. Why did they even bother to cast someone like him, someone who's a pretty prominent actor, in such a tiny role, instead of making him the villain of the movie? Guys, at the end of the day, Monkey Man, it's bad. It's a generic action movie, and while Patel does show prominence in directing, the movie is uninteresting. The action sequences are not well done. The story is a been there, done that, and I just cannot recommend it. I'm going to give Monkey Man a 3. That's all the time I have for today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Patetsky will return.